Yeah, they come back.
Thank you, buddy.
I was thinking about y'all. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Well, it probably is going to take a minute.
That's all.
Yeah, man.
Got two coats out.
Watch it, one may have a rock, doesn't have a stick. Yeah, no, that's just no friends.
That's what they do.
I know.
She is.
Please, and I can go back to his chair. I don't think he's missed that spot. I said, well, he gets there. I can't disagree. You have this. That's not your thing.
We're on the line.
You told me?
Christina sees the best of what she said. It's back to me.
Whose idea was this?
Right.
I'm trying to tell her, show her the big picture, where you going. All right, Frank, this part here. Because if you'd like, I just felt like it was more fitting.
Trying to find him.
No.
No, I lost you. I've come in and come back and saying I don't know that I need to see it.
We're gonna go back and just make sure. For the check.
I always like the Don Ho Christmas special.
Believe the line.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Madison County Board of Commissioners Agenda Setting Work Session, December 1st, 2025 at 6 p.m. We will now call this meeting to order. I do not have a chairman's report since we just had a meeting last Monday, but I do hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you got to enjoy time with your families. So we'll move straight into business involving guest groups and multiple visitors. Tonight, we have a resolution to dedicate a road in the memory of Deputy Elmer Willis from the Madison County Board of Commissioners. And I've seen it fitting Commissioner May. This is his district, and it was at his request from citizens to Commissioner May and then to the Board of Commissioners. But I'll now turn it over to Commissioner May.
All right, resolution to dedicate the road in memory of Deputy Elmer Willis, Madison County Board of Commissioners. Whereas Madison County Sheriff's Deputy Elmer Willis was born in Athens, Georgia on May 5th, 1950, and after serving in the United States Navy and working as a security guard, Mr. Willis was hired by Madison County Sheriff Jack Darrell Fortson in May of 1974 as the first African-American deputy in Madison County, where he served honorably and became a symbol of progress and inclusivity in the law enforcement community. And whereas in the late evening hours on August 4th, 1974, Deputy Willis answered a call from a female citizen who lived alone on Transco Road, reporting that a suspicious vehicle had driven down her private drive to her home, whereupon Deputy Willis assured her that he would immediately respond to investigate. And whereas Deputy Willis located the suspicious vehicle at a nearby residence, and as he approached the vehicle and prepared to exit his patrol car, a violent exchange of gunfire unexpectedly erupted, resulting in Deputy Willis sustaining 5 gunshot wounds from a .38 caliber pistol. And although Deputy Willis managed to return fire, he ultimately succumbed on the scene to the fatal wounds inflicted by the suspect. And whereas the suspect was prosecuted in a jury trial and found guilty of voluntary manslaughter on August 29, 1974, and a decision of the Georgia Court of Appeals overturned the verdict and caused a second trial to be held in which the suspect was again found guilty and returned to prison. And whereas Deputy Willis' senseless murder occurred just 3 weeks after his marriage to Maddie Esther Curry, and whereas Sheriff Jack Darrell Fortson often expressed that this case was the most challenging and impactful one of his long and distinguished law enforcement career, and Sheriff Fortson kept the murder weapon and a crime scene photo of Deputy Willis' vehicle in his desk drawer for the duration of his career as a constant reminder of these tragic events. And whereas it is abundantly fitting and proper that this pioneering law enforcement officer, who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, be appropriately recognized by dedicating Thomas Road, where many of Deputy Willis' family members still reside, in his memory. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Madison County, that a sign be erected on Thomas Road reading, "Dedicated to the memory of Deputy Elmer Willis, Madison County Sheriff's Office."
Gentlemen, I would ask if there's any discussion on this resolution, and if there is none, I would ask for a motion to approve this resolution.
Make a motion that this resolution be approved as presented.
Second motion. I have a motion by Commissioner May, second by Commissioner Chandler. Gentlemen, any further discussion? Hearing none, Commissioner Adams.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
So resolved by the Madison County Board of Commissioners on the first day of December, 2025.
Family members, please come forward. We have a presentation for you. I don't know who would like to receive the official proclamation or resolution. And the second is for a road sign for family members to take home. There will be a sign also placed on the road, but this one is personally for the family on behalf of the Board of Commissioners of Madison County tonight. So if you'd like to turn around, and we'll get a good picture for you. I know Mr. Scott's got a camera there.
I'll just get up on that podium.
I'll let y'all get the first one for you and your family, and then we'll come in behind you and get one with y'all. One second. Come on around there, buddy.
One, two, there you go. Do you want to move out so we can see you better?
There you go.
Oh, okay. Come right there. Right there. 1, 2, 3.
I can get one more with Board of Commissioners behind y'all.
Frank the tall one.
Get them tall ones in the back.
One, two, three. Okay. Anybody else?
If there's anyone else would like to come up and get a picture taken with the family, we will give you a couple minutes to do so. All right?
I'll give you a picture.
Young man, any of y'all like?
All right, Mr. Canola. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, thank you so much. Just so you know, our road department guys will try to have those signs installed tomorrow.
Thank you,
Thank you. Pastor back there in the back. Things like that is what makes this job gratifying. We'll move into the public hearing and actions on zoning matters. Mr. Canola Scott.
Good evening. All right, zoning matters, public hearing and action on zoning matters. First one tonight is Willie and Joanne Stevenson are requesting to rezone a 4-acre portion of their 22.66 acres from A1 to AR to allow it to be split and gifted to their daughter for a home site, and to rezone the remaining 18.66 acres from A1 to A2 to bring the property in compliance with zoning regulations. The property is located at 0 Johnson Bridge Road in Danielsville on map 67, parcel 49 in District 2. There was no one that came forward for this particular rezone request, nor in opposition. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Willie, are you comfortable with that presentation, sir, or would you like to add anything?
No, I'm comfortable with it.
All right. Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Hearing none, we will close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move this rezone request be approved as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Chandler, second by Commissioner Adams. Is there any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner Chandler?
Yes.
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 Motion carries, sir. And good to see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Long time.
Do you need a call Brian? Brian, Commissioner Kirk?
He said it's,
No? Okay.
and just for the record, Commissioner Kurt's not with us tonight. He's not feeling well. He has called us and told us if there was any kind of discrepancies come up, to please give him a call. Hearing none, he had no qualms with his. Go ahead, Mr.
All
Scott.
right, number 2. Ray Baldwin and Mary Ann Hindus are requesting to rezone their 0.18 acre from AR to A2 to allow it to be combined into an adjoining A2 zone property for a total of 19.25 acres for tax purposes. The property is located on 0 Johnny McElroy Road in Corbett on map 56, parcel 07301 in District 2. During the public hearing, there was no one came forward for this request, and no one came forward in opposition. The Planning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Malden, Mr. Hines, Ms. Hines,
Yes, sir.
is there anything you'd like to add to that?
No, sir.
All right, if you feel comfortable, we'll move forward.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we'll close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Chairman, I move this rezone request be approved as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Chandler, do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Adams. Any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner May.
Yes.
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 Motion carries, sir.
All right, number 3. Rose Patterson is requesting to rezone her 9.45 acres from A2 to AR to allow a 4-acre split to give her son for a home site and to bring the property in compliance with zoning regulations. The property is located at 2825 Spratman Mill Road in Hull on map 32, parcel 77 in District 3. There was no one that came forward to speak for this rezone request, and no one came forward to speak in opposition. The Planning and Zoning voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Patterson, are you comfortable with that presentation or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Is anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we will close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that this request be approved as presented.
Motion by Commissioner May, and a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Doster. Any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner Doster.
Yes.
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 Motion carries, man.
All right. Number 4, Tommy Hunter and James Pickle are requesting to rezone that 12.01 acre from A2 to R1 to allow the property to be split into 4 3-acre tracts with self-proposed conditions. The property is located at 166 George Edwards Road in Comer on map 68, parcel 86-02 in District 2. Mr. Hunter addressed the board and answered questions. There was no one came forward to approve this rezoning request. There was 6 people that came forward in opposition to this particular rezone request. This does not meet the comprehensive plan, what has been proposed in the comprehensive plan. Therefore, after much discussion, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to deny this rezone request.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Hunter, Is there anything you'd like to add to that, sir?
Yes, sir, I would.
Evening, gentlemen of the board. Tom Hunter,
That's all right.
broke, 2334 Holly Creek Church Road, Coleman, or Carlton, actually. Yes, what we had proposed was a split to 4 3-acre parcels, so my partner, James Perkle, could, buy my half out and then have it split so he could, give it to each of his sons as they graduate from college. He has one at, Franklin Springs, it's a junior. He has one over shorter that's a sophomore, and he's got one in junior high school, and another that's in the 8th grade in middle school. And that was what he wanted to do, but since we've met and we've listened to, the citizens around us, James decided he don't want any part of that. And so we ask that the board follow the planning commission recommendations to deny this rezone request.
All right. So,
Could just withdraw the request.
yeah, you could just withdraw the request before we vote. If you'd like to state it like that, you would have an opportunity to get half your money back.
Oh, no, sir, I would prefer you just go ahead and vote at it.
All right. Since this is being, requested for denial, is there anyone else here who would like to speak in favor of this rezone request? Is there anyone here who'd like to speak in opposition to this rezone request?
Do we need to speak if that's
I
happening?
don't think so.
Good.
I still want to give you an opportunity. That being said, we will close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move this rezone request be denied.
I have a motion by Commissioner Chandler. Do I have a second?
So,
Second by Commissioner Adams. Any discussion, gentlemen? All right. No discussion. Commissioner Adams?
a yes would be a yes to deny.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Hunter, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for everyone that came out.
We have simple resolutions.
Yes, Mr. Hunter, I do appreciate if you don't mind relaying back to your partner, Mr. Prickle, that from at least this standpoint, I do appreciate that he listened to the citizens. I don't know what the outcome would have been one way or the other, but it is mighty honorable. So thank you.
Well, I believe we're at number 5. James and Ruby Dunlap are requested to rezone the 15.15 acres from A1 to A2 to allow a second home to be placed on the property as an accessory dwelling unit for a family member. The property is located at 475 Rock Quarry Drive in Danielsville on map 0052, parcel 119G in District 4. No one came forward in favor of this particular rezone request. No one came forward in opposition to this rezone request. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
All right. James or Rudy Dunlap, are you comfortable with that presentation, or is there anything you'd like to add?
Absolutely, that'll be fine.
All right, thank you, sir. Is anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, I will close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Kirk said he had no reservations, so I move this rezone request be approved as presented.
Thank you, Commissioner Chandler, and I have a second by Commissioner May. Any other discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner
Yes.
Chandler?
Yes.
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 Motion carries. Mr. Dunlap.
Number 6, Fund Allen, applicant for Capital Resource Management, is requesting to rezone 6.68 acres from A2 to R1 to split the property in 3 tracts containing 1.895, 2.004, and 2.19 acres to sell. The property is located at 227 Goss Lane in Cobbett on map 71, parcel 88, District 5. Mr. Pridgeons addressed the board and answered questions for Mr. Downey. No one came forward in favor of this particular rezone request. There was 2 that spoke in opposition to this rezone request. Mr. Pridgeon was allowed to give his rebuttal. After much discussion, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Downing, anything you'd like to add to
I
that?
just would like to add 2 things. Mr. Pridgeon went over, the few issues they had, who were against it. If you notice, there is a double lot on the middle lot that is serviced by Madison County Water Department. Talking with Water Department, they've shown me no issues that there will be any problem servicing 2 other homes. We've also got perk tests on those 2 lots. I think there was an issue that with the soils even work there. Yes, they perk, there should be no issues getting tanks in the ground or fill lines in the ground. So if y'all got any questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request?
Yes.
Please come forward, young lady. State your name and address for the record, please.
It's Melissa Baker, 788 Highway 172. My property runs from here to here. I'm also speaking for the kids that have the 1 acre right here.
What was your name again?
Melinda Baker.
Melinda Beck, thank you.
2.5 years ago, I wanted to do this. I was told I couldn't because it doesn't meet zoning regulations. I will read the zoning. It is on page 72, section 7.2, A2 Agricultural District, General Farming. The last sentence of the first paragraph says, a minimum parcel subdivision in this district is 10 acres. This is less than 10 acres.
Mm-hmm.
How can it be subdivided?
We have different zoning classifications. R1 is down to 1.5 acres. AR is down to 4 acres. A2 is 10 acres, and A1 is 25 acres. So you.
That's what gives it the classification.
Correct, and that they're requesting an A2, which is currently non-conforming, as A2 is a 10-acre parcel, and they're requesting an A1 or R1 split, which is a 1.5 acre minimum, which the 1.8, the 2.0, and the 2.189 will fit.
Why was I denied? Why couldn't I do it under the same zoning regulations?
Do you have a copy of what you requested and the?
I don't have it with me, but it was for my loan to build the house to replace the one that burned.
Yeah,
and they wanted
without
an
having those
R, and I
documents?
wanted to go to, I could split mine and take it down to R1, and I couldn't do it. I was told I couldn't do it.
So you went through planning and zoning and was denied, and you came to the board of
I did
commissioners?
not go through planning and zoning.
Okay.
I went through the zoning office,
Gotcha.
and I was given the regulations and told that I wasn't allowed to do that.
So planning and zoning office has no power to deem what you can and cannot rezone to. They can only give you a list of, required sizes, of land parcel sizes for different zones. They do not have the power to deny you a rezone or approve you in a rezone. That would come through the rezone process, which would start with the P&Z board and then come as a recommendation to the Board of Commissioners.
That put aside, that's gone and done.
All right.
Let's talk about this one. There is a 1 acre parcel here, and they're concerned about water. And I had county water put in going under 172 because the water isn't reliable. They have the parcel, it's not a fast enough refresh rate, it's what it amounts to. And they're afraid of having water pulled off of the same water table that they're on that's going to lessen their water.
Okay, let me help you. So Goss Lane, as Ms. Downing stated a minute ago, that is on the county water system. The county water system feeds from Elberton to Athens on Highway 72. It also feeds 98 to Commerce. So they're not going to be pulling water directly off of those properties.
The water main runs 172.
Correct. The parcel in the middle with the double wide, if I'm correct, Ms. Downing, you said it is now serviced.
Yes.
So that means there's a water line on Goss Lane.
Was that coming up from 72?
From 172.
Yeah,
Our
from
water meter's
172
on
on Goss
172.
Lane. So at any point that young couple feels a threat of water, they're more than welcome to tie to our county line as well. So in other words, there's no well going to be on site that they need to worry about their water table dropping.
Okay, all right, that's one.
I do have a question. So on that property, are they servicing their 1 acre lot by a well, or are they
By
on a
well.
different system?
By well.
Okay, then they should be fine, because they won't be drawing off of that.
Right, I have 2 bore wells on my land.
Gotcha.
One of them is on their water table. I tied into county water.
Gotcha.
Just because the well was unreliable. So they have no other pull past mine, and then that's not being touched.
Gotcha.
And I would think that I just don't, they don't want to be run out of water.
Yeah. From my understanding from Ms. Downing, they're not going to be using any water from that property. They will tie to the county water line.
Yep.
So they ran a line all the way up for all 3 properties?
We've run one line to the house, the double wide in the middle lot.
Okay. And can you pull off of that line? Because he said something about being able to pull 3 meters.
Yes. Each lot will have its individual meter,
Yes,
and they
each
will all
lot will have
be
an
serviced by
individual.
that one line, ma'am.
Okay, is this going to be a minor subdivision?
No,
No.
ma'am, not with 3 lots. Talk to us. I was going to let you
Okay.
help you with the
Sorry.
water system, but you
All
have
right,
to address us.
But
yes, so
what
she's-
they're planning on doing with this counts.
Well, right now you have one house in the middle lot, and there could potentially be a house on either side.
All
And
right.
that is the worst case scenario for that lot.
This runs uphill. They pushed a bunch of dirt up there, but I get all the runoff. Off of these 2 parts,
Yes, ma'am.
I get all the all the water runoff.
All right.
And I want to make sure that it's not going to get increased.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, the state EPD monitors water runoff between properties. If that was to happen, you're welcome to call them, and they will come out and investigate to see if that happens. But is there, standing up here, an objection to a rezone request? I need to hear what the objection is that you would like this board to consider.
It's a personal matter.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I'm going to be 78 in 9 days.
Congratulations.
I own that property, half of which is undeveloped. This back part, from here back, is undeveloped wilderness. There's something stored on it. I don't go back there. I want peace of mind. I don't want to have to worry about somebody coming through. That's my main objection, is this is all agriculture.
Well, I
I
appreciate
want
it.
to keep it all agriculture.
I need to go to the next objection if there is one.
Just the water issue,
All right, thank you.
okay?
Yes, ma'am. Anyone else here to speak in opposition? Hearing none, we will close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion, with the additional condition, of clarifying or codifying that the lots will be served by public water system.
All right.
As recommended or agreed to by the applicant, with that, the previous presented with that condition.
All right, have a motion by Commissioner Doster with the condition. Second by Commissioner Adams with the condition. Gentlemen, any further discussion?
Just for the board, nobody called. Zero.
Thank you. Commissioner May?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's conditioned, yes.
Motion carries. Mr. Scott?
All right, number 7. Stanley James, applicant for Brother June James, is requesting to rezone a 2.06 acre from AR to B to allow the property to be combined with her adjoining business zone property. The property is located at 212 James Adams Road in Danielsville on map 61, parcel 27 in District 4. Kerry James spoke in favor of this particular rezone request. No one came forward in opposition. After much consideration, although this does not meet the comprehensive plan, because this business has been there so long and it was right adjacent to the Planning and Zoning Commission, felt that this rezone request should be approved. And they voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. If you want anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? I'm sorry, before I've done that. Ms. James, is there anything you'd like to add to that, or are you comfortable with that presentation?
That was very nice.
All right. Anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we will close the floor, bring it back before the board, and gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Kirk also, he had said he had no reservations with this one. It is a little bit unique, as Canoa's pointed out. It's not, doesn't make our comprehensive plan. There's existing business here. So with that in mind, on Commissioner Kirk's behalf, I vote to approve this rezone request.
I have a motion by Commissioner Chandler, second by Commissioner May. Any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner Doster.
I'm sorry, I can't get a word of that. The motion includes the package.
Yes.
That's presented. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Right, so we'll consider that as.
It'll be conformed to the site plan as presented to us.
Well, that would be a condition, you have to state that in the motion.
So the condition on the motion would be we could conform to the site plan as presented.
All right. Your second, okay, still. Motion by Commissioner Chandler, second by Commissioner May, so it's on you.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries.
All right. Agenda items 8, 9, 10, 11. We're taking up the one vote.
Thank you, sir.
I was to bore you all with reading all of this. Parcel of it. The rezoning of 4.4 acres from A2 to R1 to allow a 1.030 acre portion to be combined to enlarge his daughter's property, and to allow a 1.023 acre portion to be combined with enlarging the adjoining tract to 2.053 acres. The remaining 2.335 acres will be retained by his son. The rezoning of 1 acre property from A2 to R1 to allow a 1.03 acre portion to be absorbed into the property from adjoining property to enlarge it to a 2.03 acres and to bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. The rezoning of 1.03 acres from A2 to R1 to allow 1.03 acre portion to be absorbed into the property from his adjoining property to enlarge it to 2.053 acres and to bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. And they're also asking for a variance. The variance of 1.03 acres to allow property lines to be altered on property containing a dwelling that does not meet the required 60 feet setback requirements from the center line of the road with an 18.2 foot deficit.
Existing dwelling.
Okay. Now, during the public hearing, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that came forward in opposition to this particular rezone request. No one came forward in favor of. This does not meet the comprehensive plan. After much discussion, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend a denial of this rezone request.
Thank you, sir. Acosta, is there anything you'd like to add to that? Come forward, please state your name and address for the record.
It's Ramona Acosta, 1830 Rogers Church Road. Good evening, everyone. I'm here today just regarding our request to rezone our property. I want to clarify a few concerns that have been mentioned. First, we do not plan to build any additional structures. We cannot build anymore, even if we wanted to. The rezoning simply allows us to use the property appropriately, and it will ultimately generate more tax revenue for the county. Since purchasing the property, we have invested significant time into cleaning it up, and many of our neighbors regularly compliment the improvements we've made. We take pride in maintaining the property in a way that benefits the community. There also was a concern about the garage located behind the house. It's a standard car garage and does not contain a restroom. If anyone would like to verify this, I am completely open to allowing an inspection. We have nothing in the garage other than my husband's trucks and tools. A major reason for pursuing this rezoning now is to eventually divide the land into almost equal portions for our children. Handling this process now ensures us that they won't have to face it in the future and allows us to plan responsibly. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else speak in favor of this rezone request? Is there anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Please come forward, state your name and address for the record. It's all right.
Okay, I'm Brenda Hart, and I own the property beside, I got joining this on 860 Minnish Road in Commerce, Georgia. Excuse me. My concern is, we're agricultural. Everything, the Adams family's been there for years. I've been there for almost 40-something years. There's a goat farm right across from me. There's cattle. The Adams family has all the cattle and everything. There's horses farms right there. And no offense, but I mean, if you even hear Rogers Baptist Church is right across from it. All right. We even had the Easter sunrise. And they must love animals too, because you can't even hear the preacher because the roosters and the chickens going. So, you know, they've got to love animals and all too. But my concern is the water in that area. During droughts and all, we've had to adjust our foot valves several times, you know, up and down, and not wash clothes because it'll keep my points off and everything else, and having to do that. And they just added a brand new built to this land, which my understanding is they hadn't even got the power and all on it and everything, but they want it all rezoned so it'll be legal, you know, to even have that house on there, because they got to put another well in on that septic tank line and all. But as far as their not using their barn or whatever they want to call that shed, I mean, like I said, the church is right across the road from it. I had to call 911 4 times, and other neighbors had to call the same thing at one time of so much loud music. It shook my house and everything from music till 3 o'clock in the morning. I go to church in the morning, so that was on a Saturday. And I'm not saying that they're going to continue doing that or anything, but I know they can use that building for, you know, their own personal use. I'll just say that. But my main thing is I moved there, and my husband, he's passed now, but we moved there for the country, you know, for if we want to put animals on the property, we can put animals on the property. And the water level there, even we have there's a creek down on the Adams part that will go down so low, you know, during the summertime and all that, it about dries up. But it's just, I just would like for it to stay agriculture, and I also am worried about the water lines. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You've done a great job. We do understand that what we're doing is literally taking the back portion of that set drawing right there, taking the back portion of that L and just giving it to the front two. There's no new homes that'll lessen the water level. It's just increasing the acreage by 1. So there'll be 3 2-acre lots essentially versus 2 1-acre lots, which is giving you more space, not actually taking space away.
But when they built this new built that hadn't, you know, got the lights on it or whatever, they had to build to have another well there, so that is an extra well on that property at this time.
But it's already there, correct?
Well, it wasn't.
Not in operation.
It's not in operation, but it could be next week.
Well,
Or the next week, is what I'm saying.
But it was done when the house was built. And, I mean, why was it approved to start with if they didn't have the acreages and everything to even put it there to start with?
Okay,
The new build is there. It's what you're gonna do with it.
gotcha.
I know they're not gonna tear it down, but I wouldn't want that.
So, is there something that I'm missing here with the code enforcement of the permitting office saying that they allowed them to build on a lot that was too small, or are they remodeling a structure that was already there?
It's a new build.
Was it an existing lot of record?
Yeah, it was, yeah, and
So it doesn't matter what's
So
on it.
it can be utilized.
yeah, so it can all, my point was, no matter the vote tonight, they're gonna build a house and put a well there.
It's already
That's
there.
already built.
Yes, but it's in operation. they can move in it, is what I'm trying to say. Whether we add a 1 acre to it or not.
Well, what about the zoning part?
Well, it's already out of compliance currently. Currently, you are in an A2, A1, A2, which is 10 acre minimum, and we got a 4 acre lot, and 1 acre lot, and 1 acre lot. So they're already out of compliance. But I don't know how the board's gonna go. I just want you to understand
That's my
nobody's.
concern too, you know, I mean,
I don't want you to think they're gonna go out and build a bunch of stuff by us giving them a 1/2 acre or a 1 acre lot. That's all I'm wanting to say.
okay. All right, thank you.
Great job. Any other oppositions? Name and address for the record, sir.
My name's Jonathan Bennett. I live at 860 Rogers, Minnis Road.
Gotcha.
I used to own 1786, and I've lived there since I was 13 years old. And the community, the old church is 1914, and all the property around it's been held to the old way. And the piece of property that they want to adjoin to that new house is the drain line for the house that's behind it. So I don't see where anybody's gonna gain anything from y'all giving them residential, but I vote we should leave it agricultural.
All right, thank you. Any other opposition? You can have a rebuttal to that, yes, ma'am.
Well, I just want to say that, I understand the concerns, but, we just want to divide, and the house, he got permits for all that. So it's not like if we're gonna, do something different, or we're gonna add more, we just want to divide it. And the water concern, there was, on the property that he's talking about, the one in the middle, there was a trailer there before. So someone did live there. So we just, we got a demo permit, we tore down the trailer and we started building. So it's nothing that, we're gonna do different.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone else in opposition?
Can I take one more quick thing?
No?
Oh,
Got
okay.
yours. She's just getting rebuttal to you first.
Okay.
All right. All right. With that being said, we will close the floor, gentlemen, bring it back before the board, and I'll entertain a motion.
Make sure I understand this correctly. There are 3 houses that are currently existing. So nothing would change, even if this were not granted, except just the lot sizes would not be able to be changed. So it just stay as is. The one thing that would be the variable would be, so with that existing residence, why are we needing to address a variance with the resident?
I'm assuming because they're changing the recorded plat with this rezone, so.
Because it's a grandfathered lot of record now, it would become a new lot of record, so that requires a variance.
How many, how many homes on this are currently occupied?
2.
And how many do you want at the end of the day? One's under construction.
The one in the middle is under construction.
And you've got 2 others.
Yes, I live in one and my daughter lives in the other one.
So this request is basically just even up the sizes of lots.
Yes, that's correct.
The only thing that's a kicker to this one is the fact that you would be placing an R1 in an ag area, even though the lots are technically R1, our zoning classification is actually the one that's in question more than it is the division of the property.
Oh.
I guess this may be a Mike question as much as anything. I mean, everything aside, could they have just resurveyed this without applying for a variance?
No, because, again, lot when it's a lot of record, then it's grandfathered in, they're creating new lots of record, so that's why it has to go through this process.
Tracy wouldn't be able to sign off on the
Right.
plat.
Right, exactly.
How, and this is a procedural question, and I've got asked in my ignorance, how were they able to secure a building permit on a lot that was not in compliance? And I'm gonna make an assumption here, that when we found out the lots were not in compliance, is when we applied for the rezone.
That would not be a necessary thing. They're lawfully non-conforming lots.
As long as they stay like they
As
are.
long as they stay like they are. To even up these acreages, that's why we have to go through this process to bring them into conformance with the current zoning ordinance.
A lot that is already existing, even though it is non-conforming, can be utilized as a residence as long as it meets setbacks.
Of course.
But we have one that doesn't meet the setback, well, it's already there.
Yeah, that one's already there.
But to redraw them, it has to be the variance.
Right, that's what the variance is for. This one, unlike the last one, is not intensifying any use of property in the area.
Other than two at the end of the day, as Mr. Scott stated, and it may be a technicality in verbiage saying this, but by our comprehensive plan, we don't have R1s in this area.
Or Bs in the area on the last one.
I'm not trying to kick up an old subject. We changed AR's minimum lot size. If not, AR would fit the character area. All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to
I'd like to make a motion that we table this. I guess I have some questions I can't articulate tonight. And maybe that would allow me to get a little more guidance. So if I could make a motion, that we do a date specific, Council, is that correct, or just? I don't have the date for our next.
Can we set the date based on, will you pending action on the CPLs on our zoning consideration? Or does that have to be
I would do that.
No,
Good idea.
I do, you've already had your public hearing, so it would just be setting it to a new date for a vote. I do think it would be good to keep it on an agenda to a date specific.
It'll be January.
Well, you could do December 29th or January the 5th.
My recommendation, we table it to January 5th.
Okay.
I apologize, for dragging this out,
No,
but,
I understand.
my intent is to have as much information as
Yes.
possible.
Second motion.
I have a motion, to table till January 5th. I have a second, Commissioner Doster, I have a second by Commissioner Chandler. Any discussion on that, gentlemen? Hearing none, I think it's on you, Mr. May, I've lost track. And that is for, I'm sorry, I should have done this too. That would be for 8, 9, 10, and 11, to be tabled until January 5th. That motion still from Commissioner Doster, second from Commissioner Chandler.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we will rehear this on January 5th at 6 p.m.
Well, vote, we won't take, I'm sorry, public hearing.
Yeah, there won't be a public hearing, it'll be just straight vote. You don't get to speak in favor of and or opposition, because we've already heard that. Thank you.
You said January 5th?
January 5th, 6 p.m. Thank you, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're welcome to come back on January 5th. Item number 13, gentlemen, has been postponed.
12,
Well-
we've got one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote it down in the wrong place. I wrote that last motion in the wrong place. I apologize. Item number 12.
Number 12, Keith, Deborah, and Brian Reynolds were requesting to rezone their 6.1 acre from R1 to AR to allow a second home to be placed on the property as an accessory dwelling unit for a family member. The property is located at 457 Rocky Branch Hollow Road in Nixon on map 6, parcel 58 in District 1. No one came forward for this request, and no one came forward in opposition to. The planning and zoning commission recommended approval by a 4-0 vote. This is one of those kind of backwards, going from R1 to AR.
I knew that was coming. All right, Keith, Deborah, or Brian Reynolds, are y'all comfortable with that presentation?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we will close the floor, bring it back before the board, general, and entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, this request be approved, as stated. Second motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Adams, second by Commissioner Chandler. Any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner Doster.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the motion carries. Thank you for sticking it out with us. Now, item number 13 has been postponed. Due to the postponement in the P and Z board, we are still awaiting a recommendation. Thank you, if you're hearing on zoning matters. Willie, you come back and see us.
I sure would do that. Thank you.
Y'all better watch him now. Watch him. Old business, none. New business, consider awarding seal bid 25-12 FY 2026 off-system safety project. Ms. Baxter.
We held a bid opening this morning. C.W. Matthews Contracting Company was the lowest bidder. Alan and Mr. Deals both reviewed, the bid and the quantities, insurance, bid bonds, all of that stuff was correct and met all of our quantities that we requested. And C.W. Matthews just came in a little cheaper. So, Mr. Levzinski is requesting for approval of C.W. Matthews. This contract will be sent to Mr. Pruitt. It's going to have to be written with, they will have to work with the awarded contract with DOT. This is for the widening project for Sanford Road and Rogers Mill Road. So this company will go in and patch that road. The DOT company will come in and widen it, and then C.W. Williams will go back over and do an overlay. Part of their contract in the field bid packet was that they have to work with and on the schedule of the DOT's contractor. So we'll set up a meeting with both contractors to come in, with Chris Fields in the chairman's office, but I will have to get with Mike to really share that packet on some verbiage on notice to proceed and our completion dates, the DOT's completion dates, how to marry those two together.
Okay, I'm hearing it for the first time.
Yes.
but-
Yeah.
Yes.
Please excuse me, who, if you have it with you, who's the contractor that the state awarded the base work to?
Garrett Paving.
That's what we said. That same look.
Are we, and Derek and I, we dwell in this world where you kick low bid and best bid back and forth around a good bit, and you hear, when it goes my way, I'm glad about it, but it doesn't, I complain about it, but that's from my side of the table. But it would seem to me
at arm's length that in a situation like this where you have two projects that are so interwoven together that serious consideration would be to examine the bids perhaps a little bit more, because at the end of the day, if there's a problem with somebody's work, then it gets to be, whose problem is it? Is it the first guy? Is it the second guy? Is it a combination? And I just, I don't know what our obligations are on that. Are we obligated to take the low bid? Right.
At this point, yes, unless you reject all bids. That would have been a good reason to do this by request for proposal rather than invitation for bid. Request for invitation for bid simply goes to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder. Request for proposal, you design criteria with weights for those criteria, and you can take into account things other than price. But this one was not done that way. And I was not involved before I see it now, but I'm just looking at the documents that you're looking at.
Yes. All the applicants, the participants made aware that there was previous work.
Yeah.
So Matthews is not concerned about working behind.
Well, C.W. Matthews is a reputable contractor. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, sometimes we get hung up with some common sense and we get tackled by documents that we put out. And then sometimes you're hamstrung by like the funding sources, you know, so DOT or somebody says you gotta put out a competitive bid, sometimes you have a source. So I'll say this, could it be a smoother probably transition all in one company? Yes. And am I concerned about it? No.
Yeah, we spoke about this after the opening, with Chris Dills and Alan and Christina, and it boils down at $68,000. And unfortunately, these two companies have to work together. They have to figure out how to make it work. Because the spec sheets is coming down from DOT, it just happens to be on our road because of the way the project, the all-system safety project came out. This is money we were awarded by them.
Yep, so
It's just late date because of the first contract already being led. We probably wouldn't have time to reject these and advertise again prior to.
Well, and Commissioner Doster just suggested, and I think the chairman confirmed, that the invitation for bid may have actually been mandated by the funding source in this case. So
It was. So then
you wouldn't be able to
approve
it.
I make a motion to approve the bid. A motion by Commissioner Adams, and I do thank you. It did throw us off a little bit this morning, just to be honest, but both of them are reputable. I do think, just like these guys work with each other every day. Garrett's liable to pave the road with CW's equipment, or vice versa. You never know. So, all right, I have a motion by Commissioner Adams. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Doster. Any discussion, gentlemen? Commissioner Adams on you?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
58.
Item number 6 has been removed.
What is the extent of the widening?
2 foot, the 2 foot widening, so it's a foot on each shoulder. Yep, so the state is paying for that and they're overseeing that portion. While they are there, we were trying to make the best use of dollars for the county and have those roads redone with patching and overlay. Strike it one time, you redo, on that road, you there one time, you leave on cover.
Item number 6 has been removed. Item number 7, discuss the 2026 beer and wine license.
This is just for discussion. This is what you'll be voting on at the end of the month.
Executive session.
Urgent matters.
Urgent matters, sorry.
Well, all the paperwork on number 7, are we good, or are you waiting on anything?
We are waiting on, there's one that we're waiting on that we got today. I think we're still waiting on some of those publication letters. And then I believe all the ALP confirmations have come in. So I get those.
We can give you an update in the morning from Lacey.
But since you did bring that up, I would like to ask, because I've never actually asked the board, and I've never asked Mike, to what extent do you want to see applications? Are you guys wanting to see the full application, or are you just wanting to see this summarized sheet that we give you on, yes, these boxes have been met?
This is all I need to see.
Since
Just acknowledge that everything.
Since 2024, the application process has changed, and it's rather lengthy.
It is. And we have had 2 GBI audits. We've just been the lucky ones to get drawn. And the guy comes, GBI sits down in there, full green suits, come in, the whole 9 yards, and we sit down and go through everything, and everything checks out for them. They've come to us, they've had some issues with a restaurant and some taxes. They've come in, we did our part with helping them with what was where and who owned what, and they went in and did what they needed to do. But I'm happy to share any information that y'all need. I just didn't know.
I think just the thing, in my opinion, that, with the application, I think, being changed, the state and their review, and, we rely on other departments to do their due diligence, sheriff's office and stuff, unless it's flagged, I'm fine with this.
Yep, so it goes through the sheriff's office, goes through probate court for fingerprinting. And we don't accept the application unless it's been put through the state portal. So the state will accept that. They won't approve, but they'll accept the application. It'll sit in the state portal, and it'll wait on the local government to approve the application before the state will turn around and approve it. So it's a waiting, they're teeter-tottering on each other. Very complicated.
All right, so we'll hear those on the 29th, and we will try to get with Lacey in the morning and see if there's any updates. And we'll let
There
you
has
know
been
about
changes
the-
today from this. We have received some of this ALP confirmation today, so that has been updated.
But I don't feel like I need a notice tomorrow, just long as we know a little in advance that everything's been approved. And if there's any individual that has not, we can take them off the list,
Yes.
the list.
Yes. And I think we did that last year too. Another thing that just because it's been brought to my attention, Madison County's beer and wine license application process is a 60-day minimum if you come into the office and you have everything prepared correctly. That's how long it takes. When you change ownership, it just takes 60 days for the county's process. Some of the cities will issue one the same day. We do not. If you're ever asked by some constituents,
That came up last week.
it is a 60 day, nothing we can, unless the board would like to change that.
We can vouch for the county doing it correctly, we can't for any other entity.
Correct.
Urgent matters. Executive session to discuss real estate acquisitions, personal matter, potential litigations.
No, sir.
Commissioner Dawson.
Move to adjourn.
Thank you. Good job, guys. Oh. That was a good meeting.
You got a lot covered.
Yes. On that side, you got good
See you, Captain. See you.
I think they were. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, his, venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I recognized that name.
Yeah, they got top videos.
Okay, yes.
Beautiful.
Brad? What's it called? Bring house, the house is like
German A.
Yeah, like
The first wedding they had down there, first wedding they had, over there in Jonesboro.
Okay.
Ron was just teaching, so we go down there and follow.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're like, what you call it, like,